Hey, good evening, everybody. It's John Wayne Mullins, and today is day 61. We are over the hump, more than over the hump. That means we only have 39 days until the end of the year. I started this journey of going live each and every night because I wanted really just to kind of get out what I was working on and share some of the valuable lessons, leadership and life lessons that I've been learning in this season since I became a dad. And since I started this, I realized that one, that men are hurting, that men need more of this type of content. They need more of this accountability, growth, men who can pour into them. They want it and they're needing it. Their lives need it, their marriages need it, their families need it. And so I'm excited that I'm continuing to walk down this path and find out that there is this this community of people that's just waiting to be built. And so, why is all this important? Well, today I got to share a little bit of my story with someone that I've never met. He's a very successful business leadership guy, and I won't say who he is, but he wanted to know my story, and and so I want to share it with you and kind of share the whole reason for this. He's like, one of the things he asked me was, "How did you get your start? Tell me about what was it that clicked for you to start pursuing this mission, this vision, this call to develop yourself as a man, to develop yourself as a leader." And it started with, let's see, it was probably around 9, 2008, 2009. So about 12 years ago. I was 27 at the time, and I was looking to grow. I wanted to be better. I took a look around me. I took a look at the men around me and people I worked with, and I was like, I want better. I want a better life for myself. And I was seeking a mentor. I was seeking somebody that could show me the way. John Maxwell, he talks about that. Leaders know the way, show the way, and they go the way. Or they go the way, they show the way, and they know the way. Anyway, I was seeking a mentor in my life, and I couldn't find one. I couldn't. I searched high and low, and so I couldn't find one. And so eventually I found one. And this was a retired 06 captain. And him and I developed this awesome friendship. And he started pouring into me. And I'd ask him questions. At the time, I think I was in undergrad. And so a lot of my homework assignments, I would interview people and I would interview him. And it turned into such a great friendship and relationship during that season of my life that just again, it just poured into me. And the reason why I think I found him is because I was seeking him. I was seeking after him. I wanted it. I wasn't waiting for somebody to introduce me. I wasn't waiting for somebody to come to me, or I wasn't waiting for some program or algorithm to connect me and him. I was seeking after him. It's something that I wanted to achieve. It's something that I needed at that stage of my life. And so I was seeking out that person who I wanted to help me develop. And it was great. That relationship kind of steered me on this path of personal growth and development and leadership. And eventually that led me to pursuing my undergrad, getting my undergrad. That's actually what introduced me to John Maxwell. And when I went to work for him and his team, because I got the invitation from this guy who invited me to the Lunch and Learn, where I got introduced to Maxwell and his coaching program. And that kind of led me to grad school and different coaching. Regardless, it all started with that personal relationship that I was seeking after. And so when I got to share my story today with this gentleman, it was humbling and also really cool to see that at every stage of my life, major events, I was hungry, and I know I needed that person that could help me grow. Whether it was a mentor, whether it was a coach, whether it was somebody who could pour into me during that time in my life and who could help me become better, bring out my best self. And, you know, every time I've moved, every time I've transferred or went to a new location, when I went to DC and got that job, the first thing I started doing, find a mentor. I think my first week I found a mentor because I knew how valuable those were for those seasons of my life. You want to grow, you want to perform. I learned a long time ago, it's no fun riding a motorcycle alone. It's no fun traveling a distance alone. It's no fun. And so why not find somebody who's traveled that road before you, a successful person, and ask him to mentor you. And so when I think about dads and what I'm learning in this season as a dad is that men need mentors. We do. We are not meant to go. We are not meant to grow alone, and you certainly will not grow alone. You won't. You will only go to the height of your own limited belief, your own limited thinking, and so the whole power, the whole where mentorship really helps you develop is that those relationships expand. It's almost like you meet one person, like the men's mastermind that I'm in right now. I met all 5 of these guys that I meet with every month through one person, through a coffee date or a coffee. It wasn't a date, but it was a connection. It was just me and him had a coffee. And now we meet each other. We've been meeting with each other for a very long time. It all started with mentoring. I knew that I needed that person in my life during that season. And when I started my business, I was in a mentoring group. I was in a mastermind group. I was in a group of people who could pour into me and help me develop myself to be successful, to have a successful company, to be a successful coach, to be a speaker, a trainer, show me how. I just got out of the military. I didn't know how to run a business. I knew how to lead people. I knew how to lead myself really well, but I didn't know how to run a business. And so the first thing I did, I started finding people who could show me the way. And then I found a business coach, and that led to so many more connections and so many more friendships. The whole point of all of this is, as regardless of the season of life that you are in, if you're not growing, there's a reason for it. Take a look at the people you do life with. You're the result of the 5 people you hang out with most. Who are those people? Are they building you up? Are they adding value to you? Are they challenging your beliefs, challenging your thought process? Or are they trying to drag you down? And believe me, that's a hard thing to do, to take a look at the people around you and answer those questions. It's even harder to cut those people out. But I guarantee you, the minute you do, it opens up a whole new space for the right people, because you're seeking to find those people and replace those people who can help build you up. And so when I became a dad, this cycle started. It's a new title, it's a new position, it's a big responsibility. The same thing when I became married. Before I even got married, sorry, I'm all over the place, but it's all coming together, I promise. Before I even got married, I reached out to about 12 different men in my life who I respected, who I valued, and who I wanted to get honest encouragement from. And I asked them 2 questions. What advice would you give to a new husband? And what advice would you give? What should a new husband focus on in his first year of marriage? And those 12 people, I had about an hour conversation with each, and just poured into me. It kind of helped me set up for success my first year of marriage, because I had all this content. I had all this that I was chewing on, thinking on, sharing, and I was growing. When I became a dad, I did the same thing. Same thing I did when I got married. I asked 2 questions. That opened up the door to what Mr. New Dad is today. It's exploring uh, this new role that I'm in, and realizing that there is a whole community of people out there who are hurting. And if you know the role of dad, the role of an engaged father, the impact that a dad can have on a child's life is monumental. It's huge. It's huge. And so um, I really just wanted to share, one, encourage you. If you don't have a mentor in your life, think about, find someone who can pour into it and ask him or her, hey, will you mentor me? Because it's helpful. But I really want to get on here and share with you all how I found mentors. Many of my mentors, whether it was, I would find them in the same community that I was in, whether it was at church, it was at gym, it was people who knew people that connected with me. And you just start working towards those relationships. Find those people. The more you hang out with those people, you're going to start meeting new people. And so I can't encourage you enough. If you are a new dad, or if you're a dad, or if you're a man even who is trying to go down this path alone, you're not going to get very far. You're not going to be very successful. We need community. We need other men that we can kind of air out our laundry, get advice from, get encouragement, and share stuff. Because the more and more that you hold on to stuff, eventually you're going to crack and you're going to blow up on somebody. And it's not going to be helpful for you. It's not going to be helpful for your kids, your family, your wife, none of it. So think about that. Think about who in your life can be a great mentor. And if you need a mentor, if you want to find a mentor, reach out to me, message me, and just say, I need a mentor. And I would love to connect you, get on the phone with you, and find out, hey, where are you going in life? How can I help you? Who can I connect you with? I have a big audience. I have a big network. I'd be happy to connect you with anybody. But it all starts with you. It all starts with you taking that step of saying, you know what? I'm not happy with the way my life is going. I'm not happy that I don't have a relationship with my kids, or I haven't thought about, how are my actions impacting my 1-year-old? Because they are. How am I showing up? I want to have my cup full more. How do I do that? Those are all great questions. Those are all great questions for your mentor. So feel free to reach out to me, because I am building this community, and I want more men who are hungry, who want to grow alongside me, because at the center of this group is mentorship. And that's really what we're doing. And so I certainly hope you found value out tonight. For those traveling this week, happy Thanksgiving. Think about what I said, and I'd be happy to connect you with anyone in my community. So until tomorrow, it'll be day 62. That means there's 38 days. And here's my challenge for you. You have 38 days till the end of the year. What can you do in the next 38 days? Find a mentor. It's that simple. Start your year off right. Start tomorrow. Have a great night, everyone. Take care.